So what we have to do, we understood up to now, we have started with the Java GUI designs, and where we know how to create a frames, FRAME. We know now how to create a frames and add some basic widgets. That is nothing but buttons. We know how to add a buttons. Then we know the text field for king inputs, or you can say that a text field or edit text field we have taken. Then we know the label for adding inputs, and after that we have done the click event as well by click listener interface. So using this all the property, and even we have studied some function like a get text for getting text from the field, and even we can know the set text to set text on a labels. So using all this property, we have to do one task today. And if you understood once that how to take a data and how to calculate and how to print it back, on the basis of that, you can perform any kind of software's basic application you can do. Okay. Till now, we are working on locally only. After that, we can connect this frame with our database, backend database. Okay. So that also we are going to do. But first of all, we do some basic operations on that. So today's task is quite simple, and on the basis of this, I will assign you the task. So today, what we are going to do, we are going to add two numbers, okay, using GUI. So first of all, you need to imagine like what kind of UI we needed. We need a two edit text, so like edit text one, edit text two, right? After that, I need one buttons for clicking add. So our job is to take a two input from the user, and after clicking on this add button, I want to set that answer in the below label. You can say that this is our label, right? So this is UI we want to make. So first of all, this is ADT. I think your edit text one, or you can say that input one, and below will be your input two, input two. You have to make some rough work, say what should be the frame and how it would look like, and then start doing code. And here will be your answer, right? So I'm not going to type everything again and again because we know like already we know all the things. We focus on main functionalities. So we need one empty frames and two edit text fields and one button and one label. We have all the properties, simple properties. So let's go and start directly on the coding. So I'll go in my packages GUI and I will write create a new frames that name as should be a suppose add. This is the main class. Go here, okay, and I will create one constructor and I will reuse all the properties for the frames. And here need to add new frames, new add. Okay, is that fine? This is all the code that we already done. Now, for using that property frame property, we need to extend this ext and this extend JFrame JFRAME F is a capital. Okay, just take a cursor over there, it will automatically import that files. Fine. Now all the property we need to add here. You can use any GUI application, even though I can use for this panel header demo as well, so that we have some panel and all that thing. So it looks some good. I'll take all the object of this. We need a label, we need a headed text, we need label as well. So let me try to connect this. Okay, I will use all the object as it is. I'll go here and I'll type all the objects. Means so we'll focus on more. This is for empty frames. This is for panel. This is for font. This is for text field, and this is for button, and this is for label. This. Okay. I'll copy the entire frames because we know like how to create a frames. And you can reuse that frames again and again. Just change the text field and to that. can add these things. If I run this file, we have some empty frames with one edit text fields, one button and all that. So the button is not visible, right? So we can adjust that button as well, not a problem. So let's go here. I will create the name of this addition of programs. Okay, addition programs. Fine. So what we are seeing now, we have a label. So let me run this once again. So we have one edit text. We need a two edit text and one buttons. Oh, button is already there, but it is not. It is hiding somewhere, right? It is not directly visible. Sorry, why it is happening? Yeah, it is reflecting little bit later. So not a worries about it. So we have added a panel label for. I'm reusing this all the components because it is every time remains same. So not going to waste the time over there. So we have one text field. In a similar manner, I need to take one more text field. Okay. So before that, we need to add one label as well. So that also we can do. So let's take for two text field. So make it as a JT and this is J double T. Let's go here. This is one text field. Now I want to add one more text field. We know the calculation now, how to do and all that things. JTT, JTT, and this is JTT. So I just need to increase the Y over there. So height is 130. So it is already become 230. Give some space, 250. So I add 260 here. Okay. I will check that we will find a two text field. One and the two. Right? So this is for number one, this is for number two. Yeah, even though you can add a label as well if you want, but as of now, you're not going to add a label. And this button we have taken, but this button is not visible. Okay, why so? Let's check now. See, the button is after taking cursor on, then only it's visible. Why it is happening? Okay, so let's check the position. We have taken b is equal to new j button. Button set bounds वगैरह already properly we have given. So when we are adding this button directly. Okay, so that's a problem. So we need to add this button on panel 2, right? Need to use p2 dot add. Then only it is visible directly. Yeah, perfect. So make it as center. So I will remove the X position here little bit. It's not a 420. Let me take it as a 350. Oh, sorry, 350. That is exactly the center. Not okay. We need to increase, remove this, not 200. Maybe that is 170. X position. See, this is position we need to decrease. Perfect. Make it 150. Not a problem. It is now exactly center. Yeah, perfect. We can increase this size as well, X position. So for the edit text, the X position, what we have here, 125, 125. Let it make as 145 and 145. Okay. So like this, you can do the calculation and exactly can add a frames. That is all depend how much time you can spend to calculate this and set this. So this will be of frame final frames and it is okay, not a problem. Okay. Even though if you want to add a label over here, that also you can do. So you can take a label here. Have you taken the labels? So let me as take L1 comma L. Okay. Two label I want to add, and that label is exactly before the text field, so that I can understood this is for number one and number two. So I'll make it as L1 is equal to new label. JLabel. And I will label as a number one, number number one. Okay, semicolon. So for this, I want to add the bounds before exactly this J1 text field. Okay. So this is L1 and this is also the L1, and where I want to add this text field, exactly the same position. All things remain same. Only just before this. So Y is 200. So I'll make it just Y it is should be 170 or 160. Okay. Now if I run this file, it'll come to know exactly the L1 is number one here. Perfect. Okay. Even though this number should be, you can add here also. So that will be the better. So let's do. In that case, we need to keep the 200. Y position should be same. And this is a 150 and this is a 145. So let me remove this space as suppose just to 45. Okay. Now if you see that, you'll come to know that number one is added here. Even you can add some extra thing, 65. This is number one. Okay. See, this is number one. In a similar manner, I need to add this label one more times. So I'll go here and this will make it as an L2. Here is an L2. Here is an L2 also. So we need to keep X position same. Only we need to change as Y position, and that is nothing but 260. So now let's check. This is for number two, number one, and number two. Okay, we finally have some UI ready where we have the matches. This is number one, number two, and just to make a button name as an add. Add. Okay. Answer you can set for the answer you can take one more label as well. So let me take an L3 after add button. L3. We are not created an object, but we need to create above over there. And for the L3, I want to add these positions. Let's see, that is an answer ANSWER. So X we can increase. No problems. Let me add a 175. Y would be after this 260 plus 290. Let's me add a 350. Let's check what will happen. One more create objects. These are all are the based on the practical, like, and what kind of calculation we need to do as for the frame. See, the answer is here. We can decrease the Y positions. So we added answer the 350. So let me make it as only 300. Right? So this is UI kind of UI we made. Now let's do the functionality. So for adding functionality, what we have to do, we have to just implement implement what action listener action list. So it automatically override the action performed method, right? So we have action performed, and now I have to add the code here. So what I have to do, I will take a one number here. So I'll take an integer n1 is equal to. We have a text field called JT and JTT. Okay, so I'll write a JT dot which function need to use get text. Okay, yeah, and one more thing, by default the get text function will be a strings, and we need to type as an integer. So we need to convert this string into an integer. So I write integer 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 dot parse int. It will convert that string number into integers. Perfect. So this is the first numbers, and I will write one more number here and we are getting from JDT. After that, what we'll do, we'll add, suppose answer is equal to n1 plus n2 semicolons, and we want to set this answer in L3 dot set text, set text, and the sum colon is equal to plus ans. Okay, so let's check it whether it is working or not. It's maybe perfectly working. Let's check there. See, we have this frame addition program and all that things. I'm adding a number one as a 5, number two as a 15. If I click on the add button, the answer would be okay. No answer is settings. Ooh. Okay, let me okay, why it is not working? Any guesses? What's the problem? Main thing we have missing, and that is nothing but we are not adding an action listener on buttons, right? We need to add even dot what add action listener. This okay, that's the reason why it is not working. So let's go here. Type number on a 22, 40, 22 tab 45 tab and add 67. Got it? So these are the application, this kind of software we can make. So let me add one more times. 78 tab 56. Go here, enter, add 130. Got it? So this kind of application you have to do. Okay. So now what will I will do? I will share this entire frame code. Your task is to be, and I will check it by tomorrow. Your task is to be add 3 more buttons: subtraction, multiplication, and divisions over here. Like, and whatever button I have selected, at that time that calculation would be done. If I clicked suppose multiplication, multiplication should be done. If I click on add, addition done. If I click on subtraction, subtraction, division, division. Okay. Accordingly, you have to, based on the button calculation, you have to change the answer. Perfect.